What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name's Scythe, and today we're going to be starting a Maplestory 2 Let's Play series. Now, we will talk about this in a little bit more detail once we end up getting into the brunt of the game, because I don't want to spend too much time on the front menu here. But as you will have obviously noticed, this is the Korean version of the game, and there's quite a difficult process to actually get yourself into the Korean version. And as far as I know right now, I think it's still in the beta version right now. Hopefully, you know, I'm gonna be a scrub at this, everybody, because I don't really speak Korean outside of just using like Google Translate and stuff like that. So any tips that you all have for me would be very much appreciated in the comments below. And before we get started, we're going to start a new character. I would appreciate if you would hit the like button for me. Helps me out more than you know, and I hope you enjoy the new series. So this was my other character. I kind of got up to level 14, just messing around, trying to understand the different gameplay mechanics. I got this ugly costume on him, but hey, whatever. So we're going to start a new one right here. And you get to choose from 4 different classes for the starting character. And then, of course, there's different subclasses that you can end up, I guess, joining into once you end up reaching a certain level requirement, yada, yada, yada. Very similar to the first Maplestory, which, not to say that I grinded or played Maplestory 1 that much, but I played it enough to know what the game was. And let me tell you, this game is absolutely awesome. So we got the Soulbinder, which is a magic user, as you can see, deals with long range attacks and stuff like that, and also kind of has very good crowd control. Granted, all the characters really do, and all of them are very, very flashy as well. This one, I know that you Trove fans are gonna really appreciate, which is another series I have on the channel. This is the Striker, which is a punching beat 'em up character. So cool that they actually have a character like that. It's absolutely awesome. Then there's this one, which is the Beginner, which I don't know why they call it the Beginner, because I couldn't actually see, like, when you look up this character on the website, it's actually the Knight character. And then that one right there that they ended up showing with the two-handed sword, that I think is the subclass, and I think they're actually kind of showing the different subclasses, unless this class ends up, yeah, I see. So you have to use a Beginner, I guess, to branch off into any of these other subpaths. Maybe that's the case, and then maybe these ones are just starting ones. But the Runeblader, that's my main man. Like, I absolutely love it. It's got fire swords, it's a rogue character, teleports, dashes around, stuff like that. That is what we're gonna be using for today. And the character customization, I really wanted to show you all this because it's so cool, so interactive. So if you end up choosing a girl character, and let's just say we choose these pigtails, we can actually rotate our character, simply click and drag where we want to end up putting these bad boys, and then use the mouse wheel to scale up and down how long the hair is going to actually be. So cool. I absolutely love it. But we're just going to end up using this guy right here. These are the eyes of the character. Let's choose, there we go. That's happy-go-lucky me, right? Looks just like me. Not really, though. Also need to choose the red hair, because that's what we're rocking right now. Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to choose blue hair, because it looks... Oh, man, that looks so swag, though. It looks so beautiful. I'm just taking the beautiful hair. I don't care what y'all say, folks, even if it's contradictory. And then you can end up choosing like this right here. We definitely got to go with the scar over the eye, right? But you can kind of click and drag this around as well, so we could put it right in the front, which is like... certain anime characters, right? But I'm gonna put it on the left eye, and then we can also scale the size of it. I think that's what that is, right? Yeah, so we could use the mouse wheel for all that. And oh, this is the rotation of it. Rip me. All right. But this one is choosing the size of it, so we're just gonna choose it as big as we can. Ooh, or we could choose a band-aid. That's very iconic, you know, but instead we'll take the scar, because whatever. I am peachy white. Like really peachy white. I barely go outside. I'm a ghost. Okay, whatever. Let's just deal with it. And then we get to choose our primary colors, which of course I'm gonna go with the purple, because, you know, my YouTube logo and stuff like that. Don't get to choose a color for our pants and our shoes. Let's take white. That looks so beautiful. And what should we call the character? Let's call him ScythePlays. And you can add me up in game, but in all honesty, folks, I'm just saying this right here. Because of the amount of work that actually goes into getting an account that actually works in this game, I don't really know if we're gonna get to play together that much during the series, folks. But hashtag confirmed, this is definitely gonna have a North American release. I was looking into the config files, messing around. They have some English words. If you actually force the game to turn into an English translated version, it's all bugged out. You can't actually play with it, but whatever. The fact that it's there in the game code says that it's gonna be a North American release, and why wouldn't it be? They got beautiful cutscenes, but we're gonna skip those for the sake of the series. Whoop! I don't know if there's anything negative being said in the Korean chat, so we're gonna keep that on the down low as well. Man alive, this game is absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that these NPCs talk. However, I have no idea what he's saying, so we're just gonna keep skipping over what he says. So, very basic tutorial, and I love the fact that even though I don't speak a word of Korean, we can just get through all of this, no problem. Whoops! I'm also gonna be using a controller, and just to say this heads up, everybody, I'm using a program called Xpatter. Very fantastic program for all this stuff. Seriously, you can put all sorts of different macros for a controller, and that's what we're gonna be using because honestly speaking, I don't really like this game's default controls, and I was trying to customize it, and then it just felt right using a controller, you know? Now, this freak is gonna auto go over the bridge, right? I think he is anyways. Also, I do want to mention too, this game is free to play, and it's definitely going to be free to play because it's designed by Nexon. They're a very successful company with free to play games. I mean, I love the company. You know, they also know how to do very pay to win. We'll point that out, you know, with experience boosters and all that stuff. Not that I have anything against that though, folks. I'm just giving you a heads up. Because otherwise, the cash shop is absolutely insane in this game. It's like eBay. There's so many different items that you could end up like buying and grabbing and stuff like that, you know? Now, another thing too that I do want to say, oh, do I have the space button associated? Yes, actually I do on my button configuration right here. But today's episode, because it's the first episode, might end up being a little bit longer than some of the other episodes in the series. We'll see. And generally speaking, he's leaving us now. Generally speaking, because I don't really know what exactly is going on in the game, we're just gonna be doing like exploring, adventuring, hanging out, having a good time, and I'll definitely start another series once the North American version ends up getting released, you know? And I hope that I don't secretly get banned for being an English player or something. But anyways, ScythePlays, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to be my boyfriend? No, thank you. I'm already engaged. Get out of here, you freak. Oh man, these art characters look so cool, dude. By the way, so we're picking up these items right here, and I was reading up that after you actually, this game has achievements. It's absolutely awesome. After you end up picking up 1,000 items, you end up having the option to auto pick up items, which I guess you wouldn't want to end up doing late game. Maybe in the middle of the game you definitely want to, but late game I'm sure you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of inventory management. Maybe, I don't know. We just got ourselves a beautiful sword. Oh, it's beautiful. P for our character as well. Let me put that on. I love the production of this game. Like, look at these menus. They look so clean. They look so good. Yes, I know you want me to attack, right? Yes! I love it! Oh my goodness. I know I just keep saying that, folks, but seriously, like, I've been having an absolute blast messing around with this game. Yes, I know that I have my special ability. She was telling us to use it a couple different times, and that guy's also... Dude, like, seriously, you're spoiling the other ability! I want to be able to do it all myself for the first time. Just kidding, we don't need to do it ourselves for the first time. I'm also gonna have to definitely change my macros around a little bit once we get most of these abilities because, oh no, we're actually doing pretty good. So the ability that we just got right there is actually a kind of a passive buff. So we put that sucker on. What is the button again? What is the button? There it is. So we put that one on, and now you can see we're all glowy and we're all beautiful, right? Because our special attacks are going to end up causing added damage to any of the creatures and stuff for, I think it's for a couple attacks before it goes away. Not exactly sure on that one, still learning. But there is a 3-minute, not cooldown, but it lasts for 3 minutes. Maybe it just always lasts for 3 minutes and it's got nothing to do with how many times you attack. I don't know. But man alive, seriously. Shut up, man, you bother me. Just kidding, I'm in a foreign country and I don't know what you're saying, I'm sorry. Like, really? I should really learn to say hello in Korean or something. I know that they're saying my name at least. Alright. And see, that's the thing too. Even this, like, look at this, escape, space, that's in English. So it further proves the point. Now, again, like I said, I don't know how long this is going to end up lasting in the Korean version before it ends up coming out into the American version. It could be a very, very long time. I mean, I've already been keeping track of this game for a couple of years now, and finally when I ended up looking online and seeing that there was actually ways that English Let's Players were playing this game, I thought, what? Like, I want to play. So right here, this is going to be really funny. Because this jerk is like, haha, these guys are too strong for you to fight. Yeah, I'm sure they're a little bit too strong for me to fight, right? Just kidding, I could handle them with my eyes closed. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they're secretly strong. Okay, they're not damaging us at all. And then he cheats. Like a stupid cheater. And he's all like, yeah, you needed my help, didn't you? No, I didn't. We'll skip all the cutscenes and stuff like that until we end up getting our hands on the English version. Hello, are you that same person that wants to be my girlfriend? What? No, who are you? I don't know you. Here, take these leaves and just leave me alone. What am I supposed to do with these leaves, though? Am I supposed to eat them? Bloop. What was the heal button that I ended up having? Q. So I gotta throw these down here. They want us to throw them down here? Really? I'm gonna swap the macro right now. Swap the macro. This game does kind of stuff like that though, where sometimes it actually locks out different controls, including some of the graphical settings and input settings. Those actually end up being locked out yeah, seems like it's locked out for now, for the majority of the tutorial. And then once you end up getting out of the tutorial, then you can kind of change your controls a little bit. So I'm pretty sure this feathered dude who looks like a K-pop superstar ends up giving us a bunch of equipment, right? I think he does anyways. Okay, can you please be quiet and just give it to me? Oh, maybe it's the dude down here. I said, wait, where's my jump button? There it is. There's also climbing too, which is super duper cool. Can I swap this? Oh, they don't let us swap any of our controls right now. I hope that we don't have to secretly climb something. But yeah, the default controls of this game are so garbles, man, because you have to use the arrow keys, like we would be using the arrow keys to move, and then using our left hand, because this game doesn't actually use the mouse very much, but we would use our left hand for all of our macros and everything like that, which is just unheard of for me. Maybe it's normal out in Korea or something for their video games. I don't know, but for myself personally, you know, I want to use my left hand for movement and stuff like that. So I tried messing with the different controls, but hey, whatever. Now, this is a cool mechanic as well. They're teaching us that there are some things in the environment we're going to be able to interact with, including puzzles and junk like that, right? So the thing that's really, really neato about it, getting some server lag right here, which is to be expected. The thing that's really cool about it is there is actually certain environmental objects you can end up picking up while you're out in the field, and you can use that for like special weapons. I ended up grabbing like a chicken cage once, and I had no idea what it was. What is this thing? Is this tied to a quest? Okay, like we don't know who you are behind that mask. Some cute, adorable chibi character. But yeah, I threw down the chicken cage and suddenly, bam, the chickens exploded out of it, evil chickens I might add, and destroyed every single enemy that was in our face. So I think what's going on right now is a love conflict between these two, and they don't really know whether or not they want to start dating, which, I mean, that's none of our business, right? So instead, we're just gonna use super Taik-Chen, like, man alive, super duper speedy punchy attacks to end up opening a bridge. Hello? What's going on? Oh, it's the K-pop idol. And who's this guy again? Oh yeah, that's Sephiroth from Chrono Trigger. What's happening right now, dude? Like, seriously, let me out of here. I want to go kill things. It actually takes a little while before we end up getting to the point where we can go out and start adventuring and stuff like that, because otherwise there's a lot of tutorial junk. I don't know if that's the stuff that we can pick up exactly, but hey, oh, look, we're back at that same screen that we were 2 seconds ago. Cool. Now, that's the other thing too, folks. I mean, I try and keep this series consistent. Don't exactly know how consistent I'll be able to keep it, just because I don't know, I I don't know where we're supposed to go. Now, that said, I'm actually going to leave the English wiki, let's call it, in the description, which is extremely helpful and ended up having so many different guides and stuff like that, that it's great. Like, they have pictures of the options menu with an English translation right beside it. Now that's what I'm talking about. This guy I got really confused at the first time, and it looks like this player is confused as well. I wonder if they know what they're supposed to do. Come over here. Yeah, come over here. So we talk to this guy again, if it ever lets us. Come on. Because I was climbing around this place, all sorts of places. There, they finally figured it out too. He's trying to teach us to teleport out of here. And another thing too, before I forget, folks, that I do want to mention is there is an English patch kind of in the works. I mean, granted, all of the info that I could find online was extremely out of date, and because of it, I could never figure out how to actually get the English patch to end up working. The only thing that all of the rabbit holes led me down to was, you have to make an account with Discord and talk to the person that was making the patch and then get the info from them. And it was like, do I really care that much for an English version of this game? Nope. Hashtag lazy, hashtag too busy to do stuff. Can we finally change our controls? Is that what it's telling us we can do? Oh, yes, we can. Okay. So let's move that over. No, wait. We gotta have this on W, this one over there, and then our dash attack. Yeah, so we have our dash ability right now, which I don't know if we have a dash and then attack to it, because you actually can level up your abilities with using certain items that you'll end up finding out in the environment and stuff like that. And then they actually end up getting a whole lot more powerful and having different effects. There's one ability that I had on my other character, kind of does like a meteor strike, let's call it, with his sword though. So cool. And then after I leveled that ability up, it stayed around for a million zillion years and actually had a fire proc, so it would end up setting enemies on fire that stood in the ground area. What is this? I didn't mean to do that. There's our special controls in Korea. I really don't know what's happening right now. Okay, if this loading screen was this long, I probably should have ended up cutting it out, but that's okay. Hello, other players. Why are they all naked? Why am I naked too? I think we're part of the Matrix right now. So, needless to say, this area is insane. I'll show you this in a bit. But what they're showing us right here is we can actually drag and drop certain abilities on and off of our hotbar. I guess technically speaking, you don't have to use certain abilities that you may or may not end up liking. Maybe you would develop your character in a specific direction. I don't know. Here's the map though, folks, and this is something that I think is so cool, is it's all undiscovered until you end up going to it, which is fantastic. Like, seriously, I love exploration, man. And then also, you can kind of see this icon right here. This is a fast travel point. And then there's also helicopter fast travel points, which kind of go to, I guess, different locations. But anyway, the fast travel points, you have to physically go and touch the taxi cab so that you unlock the fast travel point, and then you have to take a taxi cab to another taxi cab. However, of course, there's cash shop stuff. Like up here, there's the cash shop, walkie-talkie, which I'm naturally assuming would mean that you could fast travel from any point rather than having to travel to a screen that actually has a taxi. And then these doorways, of course, are different raids, which give different rewards and stuff like that, but of course have different requirements. The exclamation marks, of course, are different quests and junk like that, and it's really, really cool, man. I absolutely love it. Oh, cool. So you can see the different populated areas as well, where all the characters are. And then what's this one supposed to do? I guess that's just pointing us to our main objective or something? Yeah, maybe it is. I don't quite understand, but that's cool either way. So we ended up getting a bunch of items. Yeah, here we go. So let's equip our character a bit. On my other character too, I ended up actually getting kind of like a mailbox that was, I guess, trying to say like, hey, you just started an account, so we're going to give you a bunch of junk, right? I don't know if we're going to end up getting that on this guy. Are we? No, we didn't. Okay. Now these, as far as I can tell, you can kind of see this in the top right. See these mushroom coins? Yeah, they seem to be on a time limit before they expire. I don't know if that means we could save these in our message system, in our wallet. until we end up wanting to actually use them. I don't even know what we end up actually using them on. But I'm noticing that we are on the 20-minute mark, folks, so we're gonna have to call it here for today and mess around in town in the next episode. I know that we kind of spent the entire day in the tutorial, but it happens. Thanks so much for watching, though, folks. Hope you enjoy the new series. That guy's got a skateboard. That's so awesome. Have a fantastic day, folks. Sayonara, and stay open.